All right, guys, this is going to be a review of the 0-hour Relic XR flashlight. And I don't normally review flashlight type things as they're not normally related to technology, but this one is actually pretty high tech for a flashlight. We'll get into all the modes and features it has, all my likes, my dislikes, all the great things about this flashlight here in an honest review of the 0-hour Relic XR. All right, so jumping into the specs of this guy, you can see that it's a compact, mountable, tactical, I don't really like the word tactical, I think it's overused, flashlight with variable brightness control and an integrated USB battery backup for your mobile device, which I think is the coolest part. 3,400 milliamp hour battery inside and up to 1,000 lumens on the brightness, which is fantastic. The thing is really, really solid. I mean, it is a flashlight you can use in the field. It's waterproof. It has a strike guard on the front that's removable. And so you can, this thing is dense. I mean, you could smash somebody in the face with this thing and use it as a weapon, and they're going to feel it. This thing has got a bit of an edge to it. Really, really well designed, very, very solid in your hand. I mean, you can kind of see the size of it. It's not Maglite huge, but it's also not pencil huge either. If you want to compare that Sharpie as kind of a reference for size, it's got a good heft to it, feels nice in your hands, well balanced. It kind of just, I don't know, it fits really, really well in your hand. This clip here you can use to either stick in your pocket or in your belt. It's actually removable really easily. Overall build quality, size of the device is really, really, really nice. Getting into sort of the features of it now, I'm going to jump into the different modes. It has a mode selection dial here, which rotates really, really smoothly. There's 5 different modes. The first mode is called, I think, low-high. So you have one push of the back button here for low, push it twice, and you get high. So it jumps from, I think, maybe 200 lumens to 1,000 lumens right away. This button back here, very clicky. You can kind of hear it. It's very soft. You can actually half press and the light will illuminate. You can also, in that mode, jump into strobe mode if you do it 3 times. This is a little bit tricky to get into, but if you turn it on and then go twice, or a 3rd time, you get strobe at 1,000 lumens. So that's pretty cool. And again, it goes back to this sort of low mode right away when you hit the button again. Moving over to the second mode, when you rotate the dial, is actually how you charge using the charging port, which I'll show you here in a second. But if you double press that, there we go, it's going to do what's called beacon mode. And it's kind of like what you see on a lot of the notification lights on our phones. It's sort of a pulse or heartbeat, they would call it, in terms of the sort of slowly illuminating, slowly deluminating. Pretty neat. Jumping over to the 3rd mode is what is called brightness control. So you can actually rotate this dial and it will rotate from, hang on, I gotta get here. It will rotate all the way up to 1,000 and all the way back down to, I think, 200. And so that's kind of neat. It's a variable brightness control. So that's mode 3. Mode 4 is gonna be SOS, which the flashlight will blink the SOS command here at 1,000 lumens, which is cool. And mode 5 is your 1,000 lumen strobe. So super, super cool to have all these different modes on this flashlight. I mean, you can do anything you want with this. I typically tend to leave it on the sort of low-high, so I just have my low everyday brightness, and then boom, double click if I want super bright. The beam pattern is fantastic. It's a spot beam pattern, so you get a really nice, narrow sort of light in front of you. They did a really good job with the LED lighting and the lens in here. I think it's just a perfect example of an all-around good flashlight. And the bonus, the bonus to the whole thing is that it has the USB integration and the charging part of it. So you actually unscrew this bad boy right here. There's a little LED light right there that tells you the charging status when you have it plugged in. So to charge the phone, or excuse me, charge the flashlight, standard micro USB slot right there. And then to charge your device for battery backup is standard USB cable there. So I'll show you here how this works. I've got a Nexus 5X. We'll plug it in. USB-C on that bad boy. I'm going to rotate this thing to number 2, so it's 1 click over, press the button, and you'll see the phone will start charging. You can probably see it right there. And then if I want to stop charging it, press it again. So really, really cool to have that battery backup feature on this flashlight. Everything has O-rings in it. This thing is sealed up tight. Does not feel like it will leak at all. The great thing too about the Relic XR is that 0-hour actually ends up including a lot of accessories with this bad boy. And so if we take a look inside the box, and see all the stuff you get with it, which is really pretty cool. You get a nice little belt clip here. I don't think I'll ever use that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe, but it's good quality. I just don't find myself using a belt clip or a belt holster ever. I'm more likely to use this little, this is very much like a microfiber cleaning cloth, so I think this is pretty cool. They give you this to store it in and clean the lens off with. That's pretty nice. Instruction manual, which you can go through all, it goes through all the details of kind of how to replace the seals and how to charge the flashlight. They give you a micro USB cable, which is cool, and they give you your replacement O-rings, which is really nice, and a replacement back button. So if these end up corroding over time, you can replace all the seals in it. This also is part of the mounting system. The tactical mounting system goes back on the rear end of this flashlight. It allows you to mount it to, I'm assuming, to weapons or other things that take tactical mounts. I don't really know. Anyway, just to kind of summarize everything about this flashlight here, I think it's great. I think it was about $100 or so on the 0 Hour website. Like I said, I've never owned a flashlight. If anybody's in the market for a high-tech, 21st century flashlight, I would definitely look this way, especially up here in the Alaska wilderness. It's dark up here right now, basically for 18 to 20 hours of the day where I live, sometimes as much as 24 hours of the day if you're above the Arctic Circle. And if you're looking for a good quality flashlight that looks like it'll stand the Alaska wilderness and that you can use to smash moose in the face if they're on the trail, take a look at this guy. It's the 0 Hour Relic XR flashlight from the guys at 0 Hour. Thanks. Check out everything else I have on YouTube and rate, comment, and subscribe.